What is your overall opinion on the 30-day challenge?
Well, I think it definitely helped me physically and mentally grow. I felt healthy, happy. There was a lot of hard parts about it, just because getting like a better life for yourself is harder. But overall, I feel like I did a good job, and my well-being has definitely exceeded in the past few days.
Cool, 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 cool. Gracie, did you lose any weight doing the 30-day challenge?
Not that I know of. I think that I stay pretty steady, but I definitely grew some muscle in certain places, so maybe I gained some weight or lost
Awesome.
some
That's
weight.
kind of ideally what you want to have. You're already at a great weight, so you don't really want to lose the weight. You kind of just want to build upon that. Sweet.
Thank you, Chunky.
So Gracie, what lessons did you learn from doing the 30-day challenge along the way?
Well, I learned about routine and getting consistent with doing things. It's sometimes hard to get dedicated and do the same thing
Oh
every
no, it
day.
isn't sometimes. It is hard to do that.
Yeah.
You're right. It is hard.
Yeah. So that was kind of difficult, but I feel like it helped me learn routine and just like discipline and how like to do this, you must do this to become this. So yeah.
Awesome. Gracie, what did you like about doing the 30-day challenge?
Um, I liked how my skin felt after drinking the juice. My skin definitely breaks out a lot.
Yeah.
So it was nice to like have some of it clear up and
No,
be
it's definitely
softer.
from the first time I met you, it's way clearer.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I definitely have seen some clearness as well. So that was the nicest part about it. Just like having my skin feel better, softer.
Yeah, I had the same thing for me. I remember I had all these little
The whiteheads.
all the little whiteheads. They're all gone now, so that's way better.
Baby skin now.
It is.
So Gracie, for the 30-day challenge, what did you hate about it?
I really didn't enjoy working out. Have never really worked out in my life, and it was definitely something that I had to get used to.
Yeah, from day one you were just very adamant about
Yeah,
that.
I
You
just
didn't like it?
no. I'm not really a fan of working out and running. I'd rather diet than actually exercise. I consider myself a little lazy, but I did see results from it, so it made me more excited to do it. But overall, I'm glad that I don't have to work out anymore, just because I didn't really like it at all and or
Yeah.
enjoy it. So yeah.
Gracie, doing the 30-day challenge, what has changed in your life as a result?
Well, I feel like I learned how to better myself. So now, if I ever in the future feel unhealthy or unhappy with the way I look, I know the steps to get better and become
Yeah.
better. So it's kind of like I have like a book of experience that I can look back on. And
Yeah, like a little
use.
shovel to dig yourself
Exactly.
out of a trench.
Exactly. So if I ever need
It
any of
kind of
these,
works now. That analogy kind of works.
a little bit, a little bit. Yeah, but if I ever need to work on myself again, like I know exactly what to do and how to do it.
Yeah,
So.
awesome.
Add
You know-
tips to the toolbox.
You know what I thought was interesting too, working with Gracie, is that as I'm listening to what Gracie's saying, that she didn't really enjoy the working out. What I found that is, it depends on how the person's wired. So with Gracie, doing something for herself isn't really motivating for her, but if she does something for someone else or a way of contributing more to humanity, I think she would have no trouble doing it. So if I could give that feedback, Gracie,
Yeah.
I would say that that's consistent with the pattern that you have of how we worked with you on the table, as well as the consciousness exercises, is that how you view yourself in the world is that you're not worthy. So if you're doing it for yourself, it's not sustainable, but would be sustainable if you were to say, hey, I'm going to do this so that I could be healthy for my kids, or if I could do this so that I could contribute more and serve more to an organization or a group or something more big picture community oriented. I think that you would find that the working out would not only be sustainable, but it would be effortless.
Yeah. Okay. I definitely understand exactly what you're saying. I feel like bettering myself isn't my first priority. So it's hard to stay consistent with those things because I have other priorities that I'd rather work on.
So priorities usually translate into what we have value for. So if we could shift the motivation or the why, then the behavior tends to be much more effortless there.
So Gracie, with the 30-day challenge, from all the things you did, what are you going to stick with and keep it like habits in your life?
Well, one thing that haven't stopped doing is eating the apples every day. I love fruit and I love like just eating, and it's fun to like have
Yeah.
like sweet things on it. So definitely gonna eat the apples. Also the exfoliating gloves. I still use those every day to wash my face.
Yeah, those
It
are
really
awesome.
helps like smooth everything out and get all the dead skin off. So yeah, just like the little things that I picked up along the way, I'm gonna just throw in my toolbox.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Sweet.
So we got apples and gloves. Apples and gloves, everybody, out of the 30-day challenge. That's what we got so far, apples and gloves. It's a start.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere.
First little building block. Why are you only sticking with the apples and the gloves?
Well, in my life, I like what you're saying, I like putting my priorities more towards things or people or actions and less of bettering myself. So when I make juice or smoothies or work out, I don't enjoy it personally because I feel like I'm only doing stuff for myself and it's not enough. So I stuck with the things that I enjoyed, like eating apples. I like doing things I enjoy doing, and
Yeah.
I don't want to have to go through miserable patches just to get to a good part. I'd rather enjoy the process as I go on.
I mean, I would too.
And even if that means cutting corners and
Like-
being lazy, I mean, I'm happy, so it's okay.
Okay.
People do more to avoid pain than they do to gain pleasure.
Exactly. A metaphor for what I just said, it would be I'd rather cut down a tree, build a canoe, and canoe across a lake than swim through it. So, more work.
But
Yes.
that's consistent with our theme and our culture, though. Like what Gracie is sharing with us, like this is the epitome of what's going on literally through our whole culture. It's the avoidance of pain. It's the avoidance of all the uncomfort. And the reality is our society doesn't value suffering. It doesn't see the importance and value in being uncomfortable. So if there's no value in being uncomfortable, why the hell would you ever want to endure it? But the reality is we know that when a hurricane comes through, that's what motivates the trees to dig their roots deeper and they become stronger. They have more character. They stand for something. I mean, you can't rattle their cage with a stick, especially the people that have had the most suffering and the most traumas in their life at times. So what Gracie's sharing with me is actually the epitome of her culture. So if there's no value, why endure it? Versus the truth, which is actually we need to go through tough times. So we build that character and that stronger sense of self.
No, definitely. And I'll definitely try to work on that through life. My mom always tells me, you got to go through it and feel everything, because if you avoid it, you're waiting to feel it later on.
And it's usually worse.
Yeah.
And also too, like going through the tough times, it makes you appreciate the good times that much more, because it's not just good times all this. Once you have good times like 24/7, you're like, you kind of get, they're not the good times anymore. They're just times. Like
Yeah.
it's good to have that variety. So Gracie, what is the likelihood that you'll start working out, juicing, and all these other healthy habits we took are over the 30-day challenge that you'll do again in the future?
Well, I think that the way I would do them again in the future would be if I physically was unhealthy or felt not well, felt unhealthy, felt unenergized,
Yeah.
unmotivated. Like if I need something to drive me to do something and motivate me to get in the gym every day, I need some sort of motivation.
So like when it becomes a problem. then
Yes,
you'll-
when
okay.
something becomes an issue, then I would want to, it'll motivate me to work out, drink the juice, be healthy, and do all this stuff. So I guess I need some sort of
Kind of like a
health
kick
issue.
in your ass, yeah. Like,
Yeah, I just something to get me on my toes and run into that gym instead of crawling to it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm happy you're being truthful about it. Like that's because I've dealt with the same thing before. Like a couple years ago when I tried to get in good shape, I'll do it for like a week or two, but it's hard to really build that habit. You kind of dread going to the gym. You can miss one day. You're like, okay, I'll miss the next day. It's easy to put. It makes it easy to put off. It's very common.
No, it's hard to stay in the gym,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Gracie, do you feel like you have the tendency to not finish what you start?
Yes. Ever since I was a kid, I pull out a whole bag of toys and then leave them and then grab the next thing of toys and then leave them until my room just becomes a complete mess. And I wouldn't say that's a bad thing, but it's just something I do.
Yeah.
It's a little habit that I gotta fix in life, but
So you want to fix it? You want to fix? You want to
yeah,
stop
but
doing that, or
I
like
don't
what's your?
care to fix it right now.
Okay.
I got other things on my plate.
Okay.
Have you noticed that pervades into other things,
Yes.
like reading books, school, relationship, finance?
I just feel like it clutters everything and it makes me overwhelmed, and there's so much going on and so much on my plate that it's hard to just do
Yeah,
one
kinda
thing
like
at a time.
You kind of like go to the buffet and get like 3 pounds of stuff almost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you kind of overfill on that stuff, so it's like kind of finishing the thing almost like one at a time, breaking. Because I do the same thing. I have really bad ADHD, so my brain's all over the place. Like I'm here, doing all this stuff. Sometimes I just gotta sit back. You know what? I'm right here. I'm only for this one present thing, this one moment. That's something that helped me so much.
Being in the present helps a lot too.
Yeah.
It's hard to live life worrying about the future or stuck in the past.
Do you make your bed?
I actually do. I didn't for a lot of years, but I make my bed because when I have company over, I don't want them to look at my room and think it's messy. I want them to think I'm a clean person. So I try my best. Yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes clean my bed. I do it sometimes when I want
It
to.
feels good to be able to
Depends on the mood I'm
throw
feeling that
my
day.
backpack on my bed or just put my stuff in my bed and it's clean instead of
Yeah.
the clothes and covers, you know.
Honestly, it's depending on the mood I am in the morning. It's in the morning
Yep.
too, how I'm feeling. If I can just do it,
Oh,
I'll do it.
I didn't
but
make my
if
bed
I'm
this
in a rush-
morning. I make my bed when I get home after this, so.
Gracie, do you feel like you have the tendency to sabotage your own success?
Yeah, definitely. I don't really notice or care when I do because I just move on and start something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I sabotage myself sometimes. I don't mean to do it. It just kind of happens.
We all sabotage ourselves.
Yeah,
so
all
fun.
I'm doing is just
Anyways.
trying to feel the best I can, even if that means sabotaging myself at the same time.
Gracie, do you have the feeling as though that you are like kind of cheating yourself, like cheating your body a little bit, like?
By not participating in like
Yeah.
healthy stuff. No, because I don't. When I look in the mirror, I don't see anything wrong yet. I feel confident in myself and how I look, and I'm not worried yet about.
Keyword is yet.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm emphasizing that because everyone gets older, gains weight, starts getting old. That's just how it is. But I just feel like, yeah.
Are you disappointed in yourself for not sticking with it, or are you just kind of like, how are you feeling?
I mean, it's one of those things that are like, I could have stuck with this and I could have done this, but I didn't. So what's next? You know?
So what is next? Like,
I don't know. Hopefully it's some good things. I have a kitchen next year I get to use, so hopefully I can
Cool.
start being more healthy and not eating lean cuisines every night. But yeah, I feel like I'm not mad at myself for not sticking with it, but I'm not proud of myself for not sticking with it.
it's kind of like neutral.
Yeah, mutual with myself.